has the size to do damage there. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Tim, these recent injuries robbing Embiid of prime years. 7 straight All-Star appearances up to 2025.
Yeah, B.A., for a player his size that moves as quickly as he does, it seems like it put a tremendous amount of strain on those lower extremities. It's a common theme in this league. Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Booker, the pass to Gillespie. Back to Booker. 4-3, and it's Booker again missing. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Grimes, and the layup is good off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Green. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Booker missing again.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Grimes' shot is off. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Gillespie. Booker looking around.
Both these teams have been dealing lately with some adversity.
Yeah, injuries have hit them hard. We're seeing some makeshift starting lineups. This is when a reserve has a chance to make an impression.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Royce O'Neal is out there with Green. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Iguodala in its center.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And Edgecombe gets it to go.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Booker in the post. He's guarded by Grimes. Outside, George. Here's Edgecombe. And it falls over the rim and in. Edgecombe's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Richard is a Phoenix native. Who would you say is the greatest player in Suns history?
There's a round mound that comes to my mind, but I have to go with the MVP, Steve Nash, who won it twice. But there's still a case for Devin Booker, but he's still adding to it.
Phoenix with the ball. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Looking to end the run. Again, the miss by Booker. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. At the top of the key, Embiid. From deep, George. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Booker outside. Again, the miss by Booker.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
No one covering.
All right, Tim, the postseason not far off. Team still jockeying for position down the final stretch.
And just like on the track, don't look behind you, just focus on yourself, or you might find yourself on the wrong side of a photo finish.
Got to run through the tape, get yourself in position. Here are the 5 for the Suns. They've got Devin Booker. Royce O'Neal is out there with Jalen Green. And it's Iguodala in at the center position. George, no good. And the Suns with possession. It's Booker on the wing, covered by Grimes. Knocks down the long J.
Yeah, you better defend Booker tightly from deep.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. There is a clear game plan that Coach has in mind for Devin Booker tonight. He told me, quote, Devin doesn't respond well to getting doubled. You can't do it every time because he'll pick you apart, but we'll send the extra man his way more than once. That I can guarantee. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
The shot's good.
And Booker is so good from the mid-range. His jumper looks like it's going in every time.
George for three, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
Here's Edgecombe, coming off a 22-point game against Chicago. Pass to Embiid. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
What a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. Taking a look at Philadelphia, if the postseason were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed.
Checking out Philadelphia, they could be destined for the play-in. I mean, just one more challenge before the playoffs, but I think they can handle it if it comes to that.
Here's Edgecombe, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. In transition, here come the Suns. Booker, good.
Well, out in space, Booker is tough to stop because he will find that pace and finish.
Here's Edgecombe. Pass to George. To the inside. Embiid. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Well, you need to have a short-term memory. You can't worry about the shots that didn't go in.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Barlow. Pass to George from deep. O'Neal pulls it in.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And at his peak, Paul George averaged 7 free throw attempts per game. Tim, that number's seen a precipitous decline.
Oh, in particular, the last few seasons, and I think with his injury concerns, BA, you understand him being less inclined to hunt contact.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Pass to Edgecombe. Uses the glass on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Booker's shot is good.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
George outside. Fires the 3. O'Neal pulls it in.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to Gillespie. Outside Booker. And the jumper from the wing offline.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And here's Embiid. And there's a 3-second violation. And Philadelphia making a change here. 11 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in command with a third. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. They've got Malowich, Amir Coffey out there with Grayson Allen. And it's Goodwin in at the 1. Martin, he's checked in for Terry. Outside Booker. Lets it fly from 18. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Booker's got 19 points.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Now here's Payne. He picked up 15 in their last win against Chicago. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report.
Another one for Booker. He is known for these scoring bursts, and we're seeing it again tonight.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Now Payne hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Walker. Walker, a screen on Booker. Lowry, no good. Phoenix leading by 14. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Guys?
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Grimes comes in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Lowry.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. The 76ers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Grimes. The 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. The Suns have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. That one drops for him. And that's now 26 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, you expect tremendous effort from a scorer like Booker, but it's still impressive to see him delivering. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
The shot by Payne, no good. The Suns lead by 19. And here's Booker, coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
And he lived at the line. They could not find a way to stop him without fouling.
He is so versatile offensively. Booker able to beat you inside, outside, and in the mid-range.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Barlow's checked in for Philadelphia. George comes in for Payne. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Grimes. And a miss there on the triple.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Nifty move. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
In that game, they were the enforcers, and they were also efficient. That's the kind of balance coaches look for.
It really showed you how together they were as a team, playing for one another.
Here's Barlow. Boom! He jams it straight down. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
Allen, he's checked in for Phoenix. Pass to Gillespie. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Now here's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia, trailing by 19. When this one's over, they'll be off to Charlotte as they take on the Hornets. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. Here's Grimes. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Booker surveying the D. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Edgecombe gets it to go. Edgecombe's got 4 points in the quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Outside Booker. That one's off. Still out of sync. 76ers trail by 14. Pass to Embiid. There's the triple, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, Embiid is laser focused. The way he shoots the ball is unreal for a 7-footer.
Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Suns. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. Well, now we have some time to thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers. Yeah, they've been great all season. They could coast from here on out, but not likely.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that is going to do it for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Let's get an update on Jalen Green. What's the status?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Suns. It's his shoulder that's the source of discomfort right now. Diagnosis at this point is that it's just a sprain. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Well, it's a tough part of the game for sure. You see these athletes out here with the strength and speed that they play with. Injuries are unavoidable.
We've got Paul George. Quentin Grimes out there with Edgecombe. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Barlow in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Embiid a screen on Booker. Grimes shot is off. Phoenix leading by 11. Outside Booker. From the arc. Phoenix no good that time either.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
Inside. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Booker's got 32 points in the game.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Looking at the real numbers from the real NBA, the best free throw shooting teams of the season. The 76ers, 4th.
If this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate, whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work. Back to you.
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. When we talk about NBA wings legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Outside Booker. Clock at 6. Paul George pulls it in.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leader?
Grimes. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Gillespie. It's Booker on the wing, covered by Grimes. From 12 feet. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Booker's got 34.
Attacking the heart of that defense. Booker knows where to get his shots.
Here's Grimes. And he makes it.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
Back to Booker. Pass to Highsmith to the left wing. Takes a 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Outside Grimes. Now Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
George for 3. No good there.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Haynes checked in for Philadelphia.
Substitution on the court.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, it gives you a chance right here to reset, get everybody back on the same page so you can execute.
So both teams making some changes here. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Embiid. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
"17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid. And that one comes up a bit short. Outside Booker, shoots over Walker. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
And we've reached the end of the third. Suns ahead. They lead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there. He wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so, in the game for Phoenix, Devin Booker out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Amir Coffey. Then it's Malawach. And it's Dunn in at the 4 slot. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
All right, fans, let's make the noise for the food-dropping, show-stopping Sixers.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Payne, pass to Watford. He drops it from range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Yep, that one's good.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Outside Payne, down low. Here's Embiid, and then Embiid with the dunk.
Well, he's just an elite scorer. Embiid, unstoppable.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Gillespie. Here's Booker. Over Edwards. And it's Phoenix with another.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Payne with it. Here's Embiid. Back to Payne from outside the arc. Iguodala grabs a miss. Iguodala's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Now Booker. Hits it, falling back.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
76ers trail by 8. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Barlow's checked in for Watford. Paul George comes in for Walker. Grimes, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Payne. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Embiid! It's off! And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. From 17 feet out. Yes! Locked in on the J.
A silky mid-range jumper by Booker, attacking without any hesitation.
Here's Embiid. Ooh, look at Embiid converting in close.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
It's Booker on the wing. Shoots a 3. George is there for the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Embiid. A throwback possession. 2 points.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Outside Booker. Tries it from 16. Not that time. 76ers trail by 6. Let's loose for 3. Nope.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
George is there for the rebound. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. And the Suns pushing it up now. And a quick 2 as he powers it in.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Outside George. Oh, missed on the tray. And Phoenix has possession. They're leading by 8. Outside Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.